Democracy is messy sometimes, but it is our system.
Right now, House Republicans have settled some of the chaos, picking a new Speaker nominee.
Too much risk and not enough reward.
Plus, continuing coverage of the struggles to get kids to and from Madison schools. The latest plan that will shake up some family schedules.
And later, the World Series matchup is all set. Who's facing off in the Fall Classic?
And it is a dreary start to our Wednesday morning. We've had some drizzle, some patchy showers this morning. When will this come to an end? We'll talk about it coming up.
Good Wednesday morning, folks. Welcome to News 3 Now this morning. Thanks for waking up with us. I'm Leah Lynchide.
I'm Chris Stanford. Kelly Slifka with your first warn forecast. Not very pleasant next few days. We have messy, wet weather and some really cold stuff on the other end of that.
Yeah, it's really going to be changing after the beautiful day yesterday. We're still going to be mild the next few days, but we've got the rain and dampness to contend with. Very dreary this morning. Really not picking up the rain per se here in Madison, but it is some drizzle across the area, very damp. We are seeing some showers down there to the south in Lafayette and Greene County. See some of these showers on their way out from Waterloo and Watertown. Janesville, some drizzle being reported down in Rock County, and even some patchy showers there in Greene County. Right now we have some showers there just moving across the Illinois border this morning. We do have a little bit of light fog. It's mainly that drizzle that's creating that dampness this morning here in Madison to Mineral Point. Once you get west of the Wisconsin Dells toward Viroqua, a little bit drier. We're hoping some of that drier air works in later this morning. 58 right now in Madison, 60 in Brooklyn, 60 in Middleton, 58 right now in Windsor. So we are looking at some showers this morning, mainly early this morning. Mainly dry this afternoon, maybe a patchy shower passing through. Better chance for more widespread rain after midnight tonight throughout much of the day tomorrow. So some drizzle, a passing shower this morning. I think the afternoon mainly dry. A couple of showers may pop up as we climb in the upper 60s later today. Looking at temperatures in the upper 60s this afternoon. The wind's still out of the south, bringing us some mild temperatures. More on that dramatic shift in our weather this weekend coming up.
Ooh, all right, Kelly Slifka will check back in with you. To our top story now. 22 days after ousting Kevin McCarthy, the People's House still without a speaker.
The full House is meeting today, though, to vote on Representative Mike Johnson, who is the fourth GOP congressman looking to grab the gavel. John Lawrence reports.
The Republican quest to find a new Speaker of the House may soon be ending.
Democracy is messy sometimes, but it is our system. This conference that you see, this House Republican majority, is united.
Representative Mike Johnson of Louisiana, first elected to the House in 2016, is the GOP's new Speaker designee.
I'm honored to have the support of my colleagues, and what they understand about this is servant leadership. We're going to serve the people of this country.
More than 3 weeks have passed since Representative Kevin McCarthy was kicked out as House Speaker, and since then the House has basically been at a standstill, unable to pass legislation, even with the threat of a government shutdown looming next month. The whole situation has at least one Republican seeking divine intervention.
God help those people in the House. In Jesus' name, amen. I'm not even kidding, by the way.
Johnson says lawmakers will head to the House floor Wednesday to make his speakership official, which means Congress can then get back to work.
And the Republican Party has to allow bills to be put on the floor, which can pass with a bipartisan majority. If they don't do that, if they just stand in the way of progress, the dysfunction that they have displayed will result in harm to the country.
I'm John Lawrence reporting.
The House is set to reconvene at noon today. Johnson plans to seek a floor vote. He'll need 217 votes to secure the gavel. He told reporters last night that he is very confident he will be confirmed.
This morning, more American air power is arriving in the Middle East, including F-16s. It's to deter any expansion of the war between Israel and Hamas. The Pentagon also revealing 13 attacks on U.S. bases in the Middle East over the last week. It's preparing for the potential evacuation of thousands of Americans in the Middle East if the war grows. At a United Nations meeting yesterday, Secretary of State Antony Blinken repeated warnings to outside actors, particularly Iran-backed militant groups, not to get involved.
If Iran or its proxies attack U.S. personnel anywhere, make no mistake, we will defend our people
Meanwhile, Palestinians say the number of those killed in Gaza is nearing 6,000. More aid continues to come in from Egypt, but workers say they need fuel. Israel says Hamas has fuel and they should be supplying it to Gaza.
To some local news now. A man who was convicted of shooting and injuring a high school student back in 2018 is back in jail this morning. Authorities say Dwan Briggs violated the terms of his probation. Verona police found the 26-year-old hiding under a car. They were in the area of South Franklin Street for an unrelated investigation when they saw Briggs, knew he had a warrant out for his arrest. He took off, though. Officers found him under that car and placed him under arrest. Briggs was convicted of first-degree recklessly endangering safety in 2019 for shooting and injuring a La Follette High School student. He was sentenced to 4 years in prison.
A man accused of sexually assaulting a woman on a Dane County bike path will go to trial next summer. 43-year-old Richard Cunningham was arrested for attacking a woman while on the Oregon Rotary Bike Trail in late March. He's now facing charges of second-degree sexual assault, strangulation, and suffocation. The assault happened while he was out on bond after reaching a plea deal for a separate sexual assault case. Police say they identified Cunningham through DNA evidence and data from a GPS monitor. His trial is scheduled to start in June.
At the state capitol this week, a public hearing on education requirements in schools when it comes to Native American history. There's a bill to require Wisconsin classrooms to incorporate those studies into the curriculum. That includes significant events in history, tribal sovereignty, and local culture. The hearing is scheduled for tomorrow morning.
A Madison Alder is announcing her run for Dane County Executive. Regina Vitiver is the first candidate to jump into the ring for Dane County Exec. This after Joe Parisi announced he'll step down in May. Vitiver serves on the Madison City Council, representing a near west side for the city. She also works in the State Department of Health Services. Vitiver says her goal in this role would be collaboration.
First thing to think about is building relationships. So really engaging with county board members, engaging with community organizations, engaging with our leaders in our villages and towns and cities so that that relationship is there and that we can have productive conversations.
You can see more of our discussion with Vitiver on this Sunday's For the Record.
To some health news now. Parents looking to get the new RSV shot for babies may have a hard time doing so. That's because demand is outpacing supply. Known as Beyfortus, the new therapy against RSV is for infants at high risk and those under 6 months of age with underlying health conditions. The CDC is recommending doctors stop using it for babies 8 through 19 months. That group is eligible for an older protective therapy called Synagis.
Continuing coverage now on new start and end times for Madison schools. The school board says it didn't approve those changes. Now, this is all over the delays we've seen with the bus company First Student in its first year with the district. Changes are now coming to some of Madison's elementary and middle schools as a result. The difference for most schools is a matter of 5 minutes. Kids getting on the bus at 2:35 instead of 2:40. But some schools are seeing changes of up to 50 minutes. Parents say they're frustrated with the months of delays.
Because they've lost kids. I know people whose kids have gotten dropped off at the wrong spot. It's too much risk and not enough reward.
The district says parents should get their kids' updated bus schedule through its website by the start of next month. For its part, First Student saying in a statement, quote, "We remain committed to meeting the expectations of the Madison community, and we appreciate the district's partnership in finding solutions."
Plans are in motion for a new library and community facility on Madison's east side. The Imagination Center would be built at Rindall Park, serving about 26,000 people on that side of town. Take a look at this. The construction of the shared parks and library facility has been budgeted for $18.5 million. The city says the project's been in the works since 2016. A spokesperson for the Madison Public Library says resources included at the facility can help a part of the city that desperately needs it.
It's an area with a lot of children. It's an area where a lot of families are immigrant families. Many of the children in the elementary schools in that district are English language learners, I believe up to 40%. So it's an area that has a lot of growth. It's an area that has a lot of need, and it's an area that doesn't have a lot of city services currently.
The Imagination Center is ready for the next steps in the construction process. You can expect more renderings early next month.
Today's the last day of winter coat distribution for our Coats for Kids campaign. If you or someone you know is looking for a winter coat, you can head to the Allied Family Center in Fitchburg. That's where the Boys and Girls Club of Dane County is distributing winter coats all day long. The event runs from 9 until 7. This year, the campaign collected more than 5,000 coats for our community.
Coming up, a surprising win to advance to the World Series. How the team is reacting.
And it may only be Wednesday, but we're already working for the weekend in the 608. Ahead, I'll break down some fall activities for the whole family ahead of Halloween.
Get 11% off everything at Menards. A brand new Magic Woods vanity is the perfect addition to your bathroom. Magic Woods offers innovative, trend-setting styles that will surely bring your vision to life. Like this Brighton bathroom vanity for $229.97 after rebate. Breathe life into your home with Manor Hill vinyl plank flooring from Shaw. It's waterproof, features an attached pad for added comfort, and is easy to install. Manor Hill vinyl plank flooring is only $299 per square foot after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
Cobeson Buses, now hiring.
I'm Dina Noland. I drive for Cobeson Buses. Working with Cobeson, it's definitely been great because of the flexibility. First day of school for my son, the fact that I get to bring him there and I can just park my bus right on the side and walk in. They don't mind that. They want you to be there for your family.
I've always enjoyed working with kids. The opportunity to transport them in a bus, I enjoy doing it.
Visit Cobeson.com to apply.
Have you ever been challenged, been tried, made a pact with your own limits? Have you been here, there, places no one should go? If you have, then you know that whatever you're capable of, so are we. No wonder Ford SUVs lead in brand loyalty. Choose FlexBuy on Bronco Sport with 3.9% APR financing for 66 months, plus $500 FlexBuy and $1,000 open bonus cash.
This is you. And you are why we do what we do. Each and every one of you are wonderful, amazing people. So we'll treat you that way on your journey of trusted care. Because the way you, and you feel matters. Unity Point Health Meritor, a partner of UW Health, know how much you matter to this world.
Why didn't we do this last year?
Before you were preventing migraine with Qulipta? Remember the pain, cancel plans, the worry?
That was then. And look at me now. You'll never truly forget migraine, but Qulipta reduces attacks, making 0 migraine days possible. It's the only pill of its kind that blocks CGRP and is approved to prevent migraine of any frequency, to help give you that forget you get migraine feeling.
Don't take if allergic to Qulipta. Most common side effects are nausea, constipation, and sleepiness. Learn how AbbVie could help you save.
Qulipta, the forget you get migraine medicine.
Exciting news. US Cellular has the amazing new iPhone 15 Pro with its stunning titanium design and the best iPhone camera yet. The thing that I love...
Beautiful. Now let's cue the music. Green screen. And action.
US Cellular has the amazing new iPhone.
Come on, man. It's titanium.
US Cellular has the amazing new iPhone.
Cut. Love it.
That felt good.
Now you can get the new iPhone 15 Pro with titanium on us. US Cellular, built for us.
You're watching News 3 Now this morning.
You know, it's only Wednesday, but we're already looking ahead to the weekend in the 608.
Never too early. Josh Breider is breaking down what we can do this weekend. Hey, Josh?
Hey, good morning, guys. We're working for the weekend in the 608 a little early this week because it's the weekend before Halloween. You better believe those fall activities are going to be in full swing for families Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. That includes the annual Boo at the Zoo event at the Henry Vilas Zoo. This is a free, family-friendly way to enjoy Halloween. There will be candy stations throughout the zoo, free carousel rides, and pumpkin enrichment for all their animals all day. You're encouraged to bring your own treat bag to collect candy as well. Boo at the Zoo runs Saturday from 9:30 to 2. Garver Feed Mill is preparing for their Garver Pumpkin Party. That's happening Sunday from 11 to 4. Organizers are planning a spooktacular good time with pumpkin carving, unique trick-or-treat experiences, shopping from over 30 local vendors, and cookie decorating classes, meaning fun for the whole family. Sunday also marks the end of year celebration for the Monroe Street Farmers Market. Crazy to think already another season coming to an end. There will be live music to celebrate the day along with trick-or-treating, special fall treats and other family fun. Costumes are encouraged as well. That celebration runs from 9 to 1 on Sunday. Remember, we are your home for what's happening in the 608. You can go to channel3000.com/in-the608 to see our features. You can also click on the community calendar in partnership with our friends over at Madison Magazine. Last weekend of October, guys. I know with the weather going to be changing, a lot of folks are going to try to get in those last-minute fall activities.
Yeah, weather is going to be a big factor in trying to plan all this stuff
Absolutely
out.
is.
Big time.
Keep that weather app handy to make sure that you're not going to get rained on your little Halloween party. Josh Bryder, thanks for letting us know all about it.
Hey, remember to let Josh know what inspires you in the 608. There's his handle on social media. Follow him or shoot him an email for a chance to be featured.
Yeah, Kelly Slifka, the forecast the next few days. Let us know. Give it to us straight, Kelly. What should we expect?
Well, it's not great right now. It's not going to be terrible over the next couple of days. What's going to be terrible is later this weekend into early next week. That's when it's just going to be nasty. It's not a really great morning. It's drippy, it's dreary, but temperatures aren't that bad this morning. It's just all this light mist that we're seeing out here on the patio is just keeping everything real damp. We're actually picking up some rain that's falling just to the south of Madison. It looks like it's headed towards Stoughton, moving out of parts of Greene County, looking toward Evansville, seeing some of these showers. It continues to extend over into Lafayette County. So that's, I think, our last batch of some rain, if you will, but we can expect some drizzle to continue, at least for the morning hours. Hopefully it should be dry this afternoon. We can get rid of some of this drizzle, but we got all this moisture coming in from the south, coming in from the Gulf of Mexico. We got this area of low pressure. It's basically just stuck there. It doesn't move much. We were on the warm side of it. We got the sunshine yesterday, but we're watching another area of low pressure moving out of Kansas. It's going to loop up to the north. That's going to bring us more widespread rains later tonight throughout much of tomorrow. Tomorrow's looking like a washout and could actually see some heavier downpours. Meantime, we just got this light mist, this drizzle this morning, a few patchy showers here. I think generally dry this afternoon as long as we get rid of this drizzle. Temperatures in the upper 60s, quite a few clouds around. We won't see the sun like we saw yesterday. A passing shower going into the evening hours, but it's mainly late tonight, 2, 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning, 6 o'clock. We're looking at some heavier rains waking up tomorrow morning, some rumbles of thunder, and it's not going to let up at all throughout the day on Thursday, so it's going to be kind of a washout tomorrow. Today, though, temperatures in the mid to upper 60s. That'll continue right through Friday, so we're running about 10 to 15 degrees above our average. That rain will move in late tonight. That'll continue on and off throughout the day tomorrow. And then the cold weather settles in this weekend and really gets cold for Halloween, unfortunately, just in time for the trick-or-treaters. Solid area of rain tomorrow. It's going to continue through tomorrow night. And then we're watching this cold front that's going to march through Friday morning. That's going to usher in the change. We're going to get into the much colder air mass going into Friday night. That'll continue in the weekend. Below average temperatures continuing through the first few days of November across much of the country, really. 58 right now in Madison, 61 in the Dells, 58 in Watertown, 61 in Janesville. So the temperatures aren't bad yet. It's just that we're having to deal with all this wetness, especially tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be a washout. Could see some heavier downpours as well. Temperatures still mild Friday morning, but they do fall throughout the afternoon. And then the weekend looks cold. 40s expected. Right now, most of the daylight hours on Saturday look dry, but the evening we could talk about some rain moving in from the west later Saturday evening.
Okay. Well, got no choice. We got to take it.
That's true.
Thanks, Kelly. Hey, we know who's going to be in the World Series this year. The Arizona Diamondbacks and the Texas Rangers. Take a look at the Diamondbacks celebrating after their big win over the Philadelphia Phillies in Game 7 of the NLCS. Arizona came back in this one. They were down 3-2 and needed to win 2 in front of a wild Philly crowd, and they did just that. This team was certainly not picked to make it to the Fall Classic at the beginning of the year. Now they are ready for the big stage.
We were down 2-0, and to come in here and beat them 2 times in a row, it felt great. And we're celebrating this win. And, we're looking forward to the World Series.
Diamondbacks are going to have their hands full with the Rangers, who are coming off a major series win over the Astros. Game 1 of the World Series is Friday night at 7 o'clock in Arlington.
The thought of Giannis entering free agency or leaving Milwaukee, no longer a thing. The two-time MVP officially signed his 3-year contract extension to remain a Buck and keep the focus on winning another championship, not the future of the best player in franchise history. And to Giannis, the decision to stay with the team, well, that was a no-brainer.
I'm excited that I can be here until, what you said, 2026, 27?
26, 27. It was the first time in my NBA career that I didn't know the number of my contract. I just signed it because I wanted to be here. You know, if I can make it easier on the organization and my teammates and put us in a better position to win the championship, heck yeah, let's do it.
Fresh off a sweep of Michigan Tech, the Wisconsin men's hockey team skated into the rankings for the first time in over 2 years. Up next, a road date with the top team in the nation, Minnesota, and a series that will renew the border battle rivalry. It will be Mike Hastings' first taste of it as a Badger, but he is familiar with the rivalry from the other side during his assistant coaching days as a Gopher, and Hastings knows it's going to be a battle.
When I was hired at Minnesota, I was told there was only one thing that couldn't happen, and we couldn't get beat by the Badgers. So anytime that you get into a rivalry situation, I think you can take records and throw them out the window. Because there's history there. Now, we're in a situation where we've gotten off to a good start. They've gotten off to a good start. And both head coaches and their staffs are going to learn a lot about their teams by the end of Friday.
And that's it for Morning Sports. Have a great day.
Still ahead, if you haven't bought your Halloween candy yet, be prepared for some sticker shock.
And as we head to break, a look at gas prices this morning. Stay with us. We're back after this.
The First Warn Weather Team takes you beyond the barometer, only on News 3 Now.
With Chevy Silverado and Silverado HD, you can take on the mountains, or you can move them. With the power of up to 36,000 pounds of max available towing and the confidence of an available 13.4-inch diagonal touchscreen. Whatever your mountain, there's a Silverado for you. Get 0% financing, plus make no monthly payments for 90 days on all 2023 Silverado 1500 pickups. Plus, get $1,000 cash allowance on this Silverado. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
Are record energy costs putting a squeeze on your fixed or limited incomes? With inflation rising at record levels and incomes not keeping pace, you might be one of tens of thousands of Wisconsin residents who are struggling to survive in the blistering heat of summer or the bitter cold of winter. While you haven't asked for it, the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund and your local energy assistance providers are here to help. No Wisconsin resident should ever have to face the challenge of living without heat or power or face homelessness. For a hand up, apply today and call 1-800-506-5596. That's 800-506-5596. Or visit www.kwwf.org.
The one sale you can't miss? Madison Lighting's Fall Sale. Save on every light fixture and fan, every brand, indoors and out, plus all home decor. Pre-shop this sale now and save. Madison Lighting, Watts Road, Madison.
We're doing everything we can to reduce our carbon footprint.
We are 100% employee owned.
We are Barnes.
'Tis the season to be jolly. Okay, too soon, but it is time to get prepared for the holidays. Barnes can take the stress out of setting up your holiday lights so you can enjoy the season. Welcome to Barnesville. From planting to tree and shrub pruning, seeding to sodding, mowing to mulching, and everything in between. Discover the Barnes difference. Get started at barnesinc.net.
Anybody that knows me here knows that I'm always focused on the customer first. I want to make sure that we don't have to worry about this door next year, the year after that. I'm not an actor at all. Here at Precision, we're here for you.
Precision Door Service, a name you can trust.
This is Rhonda. She's a soul line dance instructor. And this is Rhonda's Good Feet story.
I love dancing, but I had foot pain and hated the fact that I had to sit out a couple dances. But since visiting the Good Feet store and wearing the arch supports, I definitely have not felt the pain. I am able to dance longer, feel happier. My energy levels have increased. Once that energy gets into you and you're feeling good, double spins.
Get back out there with arch supports from the Good Feet store.
Welcome back. Let's take a peek at Gwen's morning. Stunner. This is kind of what my street looks like right now. It's been so fun to see all of the beautiful leaves the past couple of weeks. They're going bye-bye this week, I think.
Yeah, the trees have been at peak the last couple of days.
Gorgeous.
Yeah. But yesterday, with how windy it was, I could literally see, I think half of our trees lost their leaves yesterday.
I woke up this morning and my car was covered in leaves.
There's a lot on the ground too, so she gone.
Yeah, and with all this wet weather in the forecast,
exactly.
Total mess to clean up.
Not great.
Yeah. Wet leaves, get out of here. Thanks for the picture, Gwen. Appreciate it. Now let's see what's trending this morning. So Halloween's coming up. You guys have your Halloween candy yet?
Not yet. For a reason, because I know if I get it too early, I'm going to eat it all. So.
Yeah, I know. I think a lot of people are with you. So listen to this. According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, candy prices are up 7.5% compared to last year. The National Retail Federation says Americans are expected to spend $3.6 billion on candy this year. That's about $32 a person on average. $32, yeah, that sounds about right.
I would spend $32. Josh is going to spend a little more than that on his hefty idea.
I don't know. Or just go to Costco and get him in bulk. We'll see.
You're doing full size.
We're thinking full size, yeah. So usually Derek's working, and now he's working the day side schedule. So we actually have the evening off, and usually I'm busy. So this is the first year that we'll actually be able to have trick-or-treaters.
Have you done your research yet and asked your neighbors how many trick-or-treaters to expect?
So the thing is, it's a new neighborhood. So it's still one of those things, you know, there's still a lot of development. So we don't know, you know, but it's Wanakee, so we're hoping there's going to be quite a few kids going around.
You know, I feel like diabetes is just on the other end of the coin for me. I'm going to stop by with Zeke, see if we can pick up a couple of bars from
Get that full-size candy bar.
Let's go.
Everyone's like, you better bring in the leftovers. I'm like, leftovers? There's going to be none left. We're going to eat them all.
Ooh, sign me up.
Yeah, we'll be giving out Josh's address right after this. Yeah. We do have a lot to talk about in the forecast this morning. We have some very cold temperatures on the way and a lot of chances of some rain. Kelly will track it all when we come back. Don't go anywhere.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
The fresh timer starts the minute a tomato gets picked. That's why at Pick and Save, we shorten the time from harvest to home. So no matter how you shop, you'll have more time to enjoy your fresh produce. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
Interested in an electric vehicle? Connect with the team that is leading the charge. Bergstrom Automotive. Whether it's EVs like Lyric, Lightning, Hummer, ID4, or hundreds of others, Bergstrom has the largest selection of electric vehicles in Wisconsin and a team you can trust. Buy with confidence and complete peace of mind from Wisconsin's #1 automotive retailer. Bergstrom Automotive, driven to deliver gas, hybrid, or electric.
Do you have a coffee smile? Drinking coffee causes yellow teeth for thousands of people just like you. And whitening toothpaste just doesn't make those stains go away. Introducing Power Swabs, the first teeth whitening system that lifts coffee stains off your teeth in less than 5 minutes without whitening strips or trays.
I've smoked, I've drank coffee, I drink red wine. It makes my teeth darker. And using Power Swabs, it's made a difference. People ask me, what do you do to whiten your teeth? And I'm really proud to tell them that I use Power Swabs.
This didn't sting, it didn't burn, it didn't have an aftertaste. It was just a swab, and I just got to rub it around my teeth, and that was it.
The Secret is a tooth detergent and whitening agent developed by Dr. Martin Ginniker that lifts stains off of your teeth. Power Swabs remove stains on natural teeth, veneers, bonding, caps, and crowns. The best part is you just swab your teeth for 5 minutes and you'll have whiter teeth. No more sitting at home with a whitening strip or tray in your mouth for 30 minutes twice a day.
So with the strips I've used in the past, most of them are like, you got to leave it on for 30 minutes, and the whole experience is just not comfortable. But with Power Swabs, I just snapped it open and rubbed it on, and it was good to go.
When I used these whitening strips, I noticed when I would drink, I would get this crazy sensitivity. It would go right to my brain, and I'm like, I hate this. So why do I have to go through the monstrosity of this pain just because I want to whiten my teeth? With power swabs, there was zero sensitivity.
Within the first day with the power swab, I noticed there was a difference. I really love the fact that you're able to go individually on each tooth and make sure that it's going to be wider.
Call for your 5-minute solution to whiter teeth. Whiten your teeth today by ordering power swabs and receive up to 50% off the retail price. Shipping is free, plus you'll receive a free Quick Stick pen. Visit powerswabs.com or call the number on your screen.
At Pick and Save, everyone wins when it comes to savings because you get the same great prices, deals, and rewards on pickup or delivery as you do in store. So no matter how you shop, everyone saves big. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
Despite more infighting among House Republicans, they managed to pick a new nominee for Speaker. We're looking at Representative Mike Johnson's background.
Plus, saving money on your energy bills. We'll show you how some new federal dollars could help out.
And it is a drippy start to our Wednesday morning. We've had some scattered showers and some drizzle. We'll see how long this will last coming up.
Good Wednesday morning, everyone. Welcome to News 3 Now this morning. I'm Chris Stanford.
Thanks for waking up with us. I'm Leah Lynchide. You're waking up to some pretty decent temperatures, but a little bit of rain, too.
Yeah, it's kind of dreary this morning, even though it is relatively mild for this time of October. Not going to see the beautiful sun that we saw yesterday. Quite a few clouds around. We're hoping we can get rid of this drizzle as soon as possible because it is making it for kind of a dreary day, and I think we have that opportunity a little bit later on this morning into the afternoon. Right now, even though we're not showing it up on high-resolution radar, it's so light, just enough to keep things damp here in Madison with that drizzle and mist. We are picking up actually some measurable precipitation basically south of Stoughton toward Evansville. That extends off to the west toward Monroe. Everything's moving on to the north and east. And I think once we get through this little stream of moisture, we'll start to dry things out a little bit later on this morning. We should get into a little bit of drying, get rid of some of this drizzle. But you can really see where we're seeing some of the drizzle here in Madison. The visibilities are down because of the drizzle, a little bit of light fog. But as you get west toward Lone Rock, Boscobel, Viroqua, and the Dells, that's where some drier air we're hoping will make its way in and give us get rid of some of this drizzle this morning. 58 in Madison to Windsor, 58 in Cottage Grove, 61 in Brooklyn and Verona. So temperature's not bad for this time of October. Showers ending early this morning, but we may have to deal with some drizzle at times throughout the morning. Mainly dry this afternoon. Can't rule out an isolated shower. There is a better chance for more widespread rain well after midnight tonight. That'll continue right through tomorrow. So drizzle, patchy showers this morning. As we get toward the noon hour, I think we'll get into some drying, so we should get rid of some of the drizzle, but quite a few clouds around. Maybe an isolated shower late this afternoon into the evening, but the better chances of rain will hold off until well after midnight. So as you plan your day, it's going to be damp this morning. Cloudy skies will continue throughout the afternoon as temperatures climb into the upper 60s. Talk more about a big drop in temperatures going into the weekend and next week coming up.
Okay, Kelly, thank you very much. This morning, the House will hold another vote for Speaker. Mike Johnson is the newly selected nominee. He's the 4th representative to try and take the gavel. It's been more than 3 weeks now since Kevin McCarthy lost it. Just yesterday, another representative, 3rd-ranked GOP member, Majority Whip Tom Emmer, won the nomination before handing it back all before noon. The House has to elect a speaker to pass any financial spending legislation, or the government rather, faces a shutdown November 17th. And if you're wondering who this new nominee, Mike Johnson, is, the Louisiana representative is the vice chair of the House Republican Conference. He's also deputy whip. He's been an ally of former President Trump. He defended him during the impeachment hearings and supported overturning the 2020 election. We'll have more on how Johnson ended up as the nominee. That's over on channel3000.com right now.
To the Israel-Hamas war now. Overnight, the Israeli military says it will not allow fuel to enter Gaza. An IDF spokesperson says Hamas has fuel stockpiles but refuses to release them, adding it would use the extra fuel for its operational infrastructure. An agency within the UN says it will have to halt its operations in Gaza tonight if no fuel is delivered to the territory. Meantime, the UN Secretary General is calling for a ceasefire. That all comes as hundreds of thousands of Israeli troops are positioned near the Gaza border, and reports from the IDF of Hamas increasing rocket attacks.
But the grievances of the Palestinian people cannot justify the appalling attacks by Hamas, and those appalling attacks cannot justify the collective punishment of the Palestinian people.
The Biden administration says a ceasefire would only benefit Hamas right now.
Meanwhile, the U.S. is advising Israel against launching a full-scale ground assault in Gaza. Still, it's sending more air power to the Middle East, including F-16s. The goal is to support Israel and deter any expansion of the war in the region. The president says the U.S. is not getting involved in Israel's military strategy, though, saying, quote, the Israelis can make their own decisions. And back home here in Dane County, 2 Democratic lawmakers are also calling for a ceasefire. Senator Chris Larson and Representative Francesca Hong have a new resolution out this morning. It calls for an immediate de-escalation in Israel and Gaza. This is a new version for them. The previous one failed to include references to the hostages. This one now does. A Republican representative, William Penterman, is responding. He says he sides with the president that the ceasefire should only be on the table upon the release of those hostages.
More local news now. A Madison alder is entering the race for Dane County Executive. Regina Vitiver represents District 5 on the near west side. If elected, Vitiver says that she wants to expand the CARES mental health program. She also says that she wants to address Madison's housing issues. Her candidacy follows current Executive Joe Parisi's announcement that he'll be retiring in the spring.
6:35 now. The Biden administration is giving Wisconsin millions of dollars. The White House says the money will go to help with home energy costs. Our Arman Rahman reports on what programs might be available to help you save some money.
I think it's important to use the resources that are out there.
Walanda Singleton is a grant administrator for Project Home, one of the state's many weatherization agencies that serves Dane and Greene counties. Homeowners can get their properties assessed online to see what can be improved to save money or needs to be replaced.
It'll tell us we need more insulation, at what level we need it. We need to change the furnace out because we aren't going to have useful life on this furnace very much. We need to change the water heater.
Right now, there are funds available for any Wisconsin resident with yearly income at or below 60% of the state median income, which you can calculate online based on the number of people you live with. But with winter straight ahead, there are things you can check in your home right now to make sure you keep the chill out.
Make sure that all of the vents that are outside are clear of debris, that you don't stack things against your house like wood or other things that they aren't stacked against your house. It makes for a nice place for rodents to hide there.
Singleton says for this recent $101 million in funding, agencies like hers come together and share what services they've gotten asked for to see if they can fund them. So far, she says there's been talk of washer and dryer repair, AC repair, and solar.
There's lots of information out there about electrification, so I think that's something that's going to be coming down the pike pretty soon.
Arman Rahman reporting for us there. Wisconsin is set to get roughly $101 million for these projects. That's a fraction of the $3.7 billion that Biden is handing out across the country.
Meanwhile, at the Capitol, 2 local groups are opposing the Republican bill that would change Wisconsin's district maps. Members of the SEIU and Voces de la Frontera Action want lawmakers to kill the bill. They claim Republicans are trying to push it through quickly.
Fair maps is something that Wisconsinites need because without it, it's contributing to this very toxic, dysfunctional environment where voters cannot really hold our representatives accountable.
Republicans propose the bill as a redistricting lawsuit makes its way to the liberal state Supreme Court.
6:37 now, a fun Halloween event for you and the kids today. Madison Central Business Improvement District is hosting a celebration downtown on the Capitol Square. There will be hay rides, crafts, trick-or-treating, and more. The event runs from 3 until 6 tonight. You can find more information online at visitdowntownmadison.com. Sounds like a great time.
6:37 now. Coming up after the break, we're focusing on your health. We'll share the lesser-known warning signs of breast cancer.
And we are tracking some showers this morning across the area, some drizzle as well. We were looking at more rain, where that came from, and our first warn forecast coming up.
And it may only be Wednesday, but we're already working for the weekend in the 608. Ahead, I'll break down some fall activities for the whole family ahead of Halloween. We'll be right back.
Don't miss Wisconsin's best deals this fall, only at Furniture and Appliance Mart's Inventory Liquidation Event. Get 25% off on all in-stock Samsung appliances and 15% off all in-stock scratch and dent appliances at Furniture and Appliance Mart inside Ashley.
Have you ever been challenged, been tried, made a pact with your own limits? Have you been here, there, places no one should go. If you have, then you know that whatever you're capable of, so are we. No wonder Ford SUVs lead in brand loyalty. Choose FlexBuy on a new Ford Escape or Explorer and get 2.9% APR financing for 66 months, plus $1,000 FlexBuy cash.
I'm Megan Tim, Director of Community Health at SSM Health. You may know us as healthcare providers, but we live here too. And as good neighbors, we know our community thrives when we take care of each other. That's why SSM Health and News 3 Now are sharing the keys to health. Watch for our expert information and advice on air, online, and at fun local events. Join SSM Health and News 3 Now, and together, we'll unlock a healthier community by taking time for kids.
Our phones keep us constantly connected.
Please switch to airplane mode.
But what if they had a mode to help us actually connect? Introducing Us Mode, a mode that makes our phones less distracting, so we can focus on quality time. So the notifications we get are the ones that matter. So we're never distracted from what's most important. Visit US Cellular in-store or online to set up Us Mode for free, even if you're not a customer. US Cellular, built for us.
Clearview Cabinetry starts as a kitchen built for right now and grows with you as life changes. It's flexible by design, so you can go from doors to drawers for storage that works at every stage of life. This Stoughton-style kitchen featuring bright white finish is $2,899 after rebate. Complete your project with countertops from Menards. With elegant to everyday options, we carry everything you need to beautify your home's decor. Get this laminate countertop starting at just $15.99 after rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
Don't miss Wisconsin's best deals this fall. Only at Ashley's inventory liquidation event. Everything must go. Save as much as 60% store-wide. Plus, low monthly payment options. Only at Ashley.
Thursday at 6, in 2013, a stately bur oak finds the lens of a local photographer. A year-long labor of love takes root. You remember taking each one of these, don't you?
Oh, absolutely.
Now, I'm traveling back to Platteville for the rest of the story. 10 years ago, we met in the same field.
We did.
We'll learn about a painful event.
It devastated me for a really long time.
And how a chance discovery is ensuring that tree lives on. Thursday on News 3 Now at 6.
You're watching News 3 Now this morning.
Welcome back. This Breast Cancer Month, a new survey shows that besides a lump, many adults don't know problematic warning signs.
This morning, Michael George has one woman's story about a battle with a disease she was never expecting.
In May 2020, Lisa Overholser was experiencing pain and swelling in her neck and shoulder.
My initial symptoms were some skin changes in my breast. It had gotten kind of just thickened and dimpled. But what really drove me to the doctor was pain in my left arm.
She thought she had a pinched nerve. She was diagnosed with stage 4 inflammatory breast cancer.
I quit breathing. It was just there's no way. I had worked in physical therapy. I thought, oh, I've got this radiating pain, never connecting it to the skin changes in my breast.
Most adults know a lump is a breast cancer symptom, but a survey from the Ohio State University Comprehensive Cancer Center shows they don't know other symptoms, such as a retracted, inverted, or downward pointing nipple, breast puckering, loss of feeling, pitting, thickening of the skin, and discharge.
Knowing what both common and uncommon symptoms are will allow women and men to notify their doctors if there's a change in their breast and to find cancer earlier.
Dr. Ashley Pariser says inflammatory breast cancer can often be mistaken for an infection.
If it's not getting better, it's really important to look at alternative reasons because inflammatory may be one of the reasons.
Lisa's treatment included intensive chemotherapy, surgery, radiation, and a 2-drug oral treatment to try to keep her disease stable.
Once you're stage 4, they never tell you you're cured, but I have no active cancer activity.
She's enjoying spending time with her grandson and urges other women to talk to their doctor if they notice changes in their body. Michael George, CBS News.
Yeah, that was Michael George reporting there. Inflammatory breast cancer accounts for only 1% to 5% of breast cancers altogether, according to the American Cancer Society, but it's important to know your risk and warning signs because it is aggressive and fast growing.
It is 6:44 right now. Let's send it out to Kelly Slifka with your first warn weather on this Wednesday. Hey, Kelly.
Yeah, kind of drippy, kind of dreary this morning. We continue with this light drizzle and just kind of keeping things damp. Of course, a lot of leaves on the ground as well. So, yeah, it's going to be kind of a damp morning for you. Headed off to a worker school. We've got this moisture coming in from the Gulf of Mexico. The storm just kind of stalled off to our west. This is what's keeping the coldest of air off to the west. We're still on the mild side of it, if you will, but the wetness continues here across much of southern Wisconsin. We do have another area of low pressure that's going to track right along that stationary front, and that'll bring us more widespread rain later on tonight going in through tomorrow. Meantime, high resolution radar. We're not even picking up this mist here in Madison, but we are tracking some accumulating rain, if you will, in southern Dane County. As you go south of Stoughton toward Edgerton, seeing some of this rain just north of Janesville. Headed to the northeast toward Fort Atkinson and over toward Evansville, seeing some of the rain, and then just north of Monroe, headed out of Greene County. All right, this is what we're looking at as far as rainfall. Not a whole lot today, but as we go through tonight, we'll see that rain move on in, and this is what we're expecting right through Friday morning. Many locations picking up over an inch, inch and a half. Some areas in central Wisconsin could be talking about upwards of 2 to 3 inches. So we do have the drizzle this morning. We're hoping a lot of this starts to end fairly quickly as we go over the next several hours, but can count on that drizzle, at least for the morning hours. During the afternoon, the chances of rain are pretty slim, at least measurable rain into the evening. It's well after midnight. We've got the rain. You can expect it to be wet all day long, right into the evening hours. So we've got a pretty solid area of rain tomorrow. Today, we have the drizzle this morning, a couple of showers. Those shower chances will diminish this morning into the afternoon. A cloudy day, so it's not expected to get the sun like we saw yesterday. Still going to be mild for this time of the year. Maybe an isolated shower as temperatures climb into the upper 60s. Isolated evening shower possible. Nothing widespread. It will be 2, 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning. Expecting some rain to move in. Maybe some heavier downpours with some thunderstorms rolling through tomorrow morning as you wake up going off to a worker school. And a pretty solid area of rain expected for much of the day on Thursday. It's going to remain relatively mild with highs in the mid to upper 60s. Kind of dreary, I know, this morning. The widespread rain moves in late tonight, on and off right through tomorrow. Then the colder weather settles in for the weekend. Very cold for Halloween. So we're tracking that rain. A solid area of rain tomorrow. It's just not going to be a pretty day, even though it's going to be relatively mild. Here's the cold front. Well, we'll get rid of most of the rain, it looks like, by Friday afternoon, but then the cold temperatures arrive with some drier air coming in, and you actually see some of that blue up there in northern Minnesota. That's indicating some snow showers up there in the Arrowhead of Minnesota. Well, we'll just get into some cooler temperatures. Right now, we're at 58, 61 in Janesville, 61 in the Dells, 61 in Lone Rock. Across Dane County, we're 61 in Sauk City, 60 in Sun Prairie and Cottage Grove, 61 currently in Stoughton. So really not bad for this time of the morning, this time of the year. Just have to deal with the drizzle. Damp, dreary start to the morning. Temperatures in the upper 60s today, upper 60s still tomorrow, so even though we're going to see quite a bit of rain, it's still going to be relatively mild. 66 Friday, but that'll occur in the morning. Temperatures fall in the afternoon, and then a chilly weekend. It looks like most of the daylight hours on Saturday will be dry. It's just going to be cold, high of 48. That rain does move in, it looks like Saturday evening, and then kind of a wet Sunday for us, a chilly rain at that. And then we have the alert day for that cold weather, unfortunately, for right in time for Halloween with high of only 37.
Yeah, you're telling me I'm going to be miserable Saturday night, too, at that Ohio State game, right?
Well, it's going to be cold for sure. One thing we hope that holds off is the rain. Of course, the evening game at 6:30. Might have to deal with some rain by the time the game comes to an end.
Big change. All right, Kelly, thank you very much. Hey, it's almost the weekend in the 608.
No. We're getting a little ahead of ourselves, but that is okay. We've got this
positivity, guys.
Yeah, I mean, we got all this weather to plan for with all the rain in the forecast. We want to make sure that we plan as soon as we can and have some backup options in case something falls through. So Josh is in this morning breaking down the weekend in the 608. What do you got, Josh?
Good morning, guys. Yeah, we're working for the weekend a little early this week because it is the weekend before Halloween. You better believe those fall activities are going to be in full swing for families Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. That includes the annual Boo at the Zoo event at the Henry Vilas Zoo. This is a free family-friendly way to enjoy Halloween. There will be candy stations throughout the zoo, free carousel rides, and pumpkin enrichment for their animals all day long. You are encouraged to bring your own treat bag to collect candy. Boo at the Zoo runs Saturday from 9:30 to 2. Before that on Friday, though, trick-or-treating returns to downtown Middleton with even more spooky fun. Put on your favorite costume, grab a candy bucket, and join over 30 participating businesses and City of Middleton locations. Then stick around at Stonehorse Green for a costume parade, pumpkin decorating, kids activities, and live music. Activities run from 3 to 6:30. Finally on Sunday, more Halloween fun. Get ready to have a blast at Hilldale-Leween on Sunday from 3 to 5 in the afternoon. There's a haunting set for Hilldale and the Green with ghoulishly good times. You're asked to don your costumes, grab your treat bags, and join in for a wickedly good time. And now to some breaking news in the 608 this morning. There is a Southwest Wisconsin man inspiring us today and every day. We want to wish a happy birthday to Leah's dad, Zeke Linscheid.
There he is. He's the one on the left. Zeke Genthy is on the other side.
Baby Zeke, right?
Yeah.
I love that.
Aww.
Look at both of their smiles right there.
Happy birthday, Dad. Oh, I hope you're having a good morning. He's probably he's probably not fishing this morning for one of the 365 days of the year. But he probably is enjoying a cup of joe at home this morning. So happy birthday, Dad. We love you.
Happy birthday, Zeke.
Looks so good
little
with
Zeke
baby
loves
Zeke.
you.
I was going to say, yeah, you can see the smiles right there.
Yep, we love him so much we named a kid after him.
Why not?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah. Hey, remember, Josh always has his finger on the pulse of what's going on in the 608. You can go to channel3000.com/in608 to learn more about what's going on. Click on the community calendar or partnership with our friends at Madison Magazine.
Okay, at 6:49, coming up in the morning sprint, new developments in Donald Trump's election interference case. Who might be testifying against him?
We'll be right back.
Sponsored by Three Bears Resort, Indoor Water Park and Conference Center in Warrens, Wisconsin.
Introducing Hy-Vee Perks prices. Hy-Vee shredded cheese, H Perks price only $1.99. Sugar, H Perks price $2.88. And Charmin 12 Mega Rolls, H Perks price $13.97. Make the switch or sign up today. It's free and easy.
Lately, we've all had to do more with less. At Chevy, we just want you to do more. So we continue to make affordable vehicles like high-tech SUVs, our most capable trucks, and the most affordable EV in America. It's how Chevy helps you do more for less. Or qualified lessees can get this Equinox for around $299 a month. Or get 2.9% financing on all 2024 Equinox models when you purchase.
DePaco Credit Union works to ensure members are well on their way to living a life worth loving. We're committed to enhancing well-being and strengthening the cooperative through programs like Thank Yous. This year, DePaco members share more than $3.3 million in thank yous by saving, borrowing, and planning for the future. When we consistently work together to boost financial well-being, we power the credit union, creating brighter community for all. Not a member? Join the movement where member ownership pays. Visit a DePaco branch or join online at depaco.com.
My dry eyes made me a burning, stinging 5 times a day.
Makeup smearing, drops user.
I want another option. That's not another drop.
Tyrvaya. It's not another drop. It's the first and only nasal spray for dry eye. Tyrvaya treats the signs and symptoms of dry eye disease fast by helping your body produce its own real tears. Common side effects include sneezing, cough, and throat and nose irritation.
Relying only on drops? Not me. My own real tears are my relief.
Ask your eye doctor about Tyrvaya.
The one sale you can't miss? Madison Lighting's fall sale. Save on every light fixture and fan, every brand, indoors and out, plus all home decor. Pre-shop this sale now and save. Madison Lighting, Watts Road, Madison.
I just love dancing, so I was always willing to dance through the pain. Since visiting the Good Feet store and wearing the arch supports and being pain-free now, my mood and my energy has drastically improved. Once that energy gets into you, double spins.
Exciting news. US Cellular has the amazing new iPhone 15 Pro with its stunning titanium design and the best iPhone camera yet. The thing that I love...
Beautiful. Now let's cue the music. Green screen. And action.
US Cellular has the amazing new iPhone.
Come on, man. It's titanium.
US Cellular has the amazing new iPhone.
Cut. Love it.
That felt good.
Now you can get the new iPhone 15 Pro with titanium on us. US Cellular, built for us.
This week's Hy-Vee hot deals are Honeycrisp apples, $1.68 a pound. Tombstone, Jack Smacks, or Rising Crust, or DiGiorno Pizza, $2.98. And 6-pack Pepsi products, $3.25 each when you buy 4. Only at Hy-Vee.
Stoughton Health, with 3 convenient urgent care locations.
6:53, time for the morning sprint.
The House will be voting on a speaker yet again today. Representative Mike Johnson of Louisiana is the 4th Republican up for the position. He'll need 217 votes to win the gavel. This comes after Representative Tom Emmer won the nomination yesterday, then withdrew by noon. Reports say it's because Donald Trump didn't support him.
A United Nations agency says relief organizations in Gaza could shut down by the end of the day. This comes in the heels of an IDF spokesperson announcing last night the Israeli military wouldn't give Gaza any fuel. The IDF says Hamas would use the fuel instead for its own operations, and that Hamas has fuel but isn't sharing with civilians.
Detroit police are sharing more information about their investigation into Samantha Wool's murder. The police chief says authorities have multiple persons of interest. Wool was the president of a Detroit synagogue. She was found stabbed to death outside her apartment Saturday. It's not clear if the war in Israel was a motivator in the murder.
A former Trump campaign lawyer is pleading guilty in the Georgia elections case. Prosecutors are recommending she get 5 years of probation and $5,000 in fines. Her guilty plea comes after back-to-back guilty pleas last week in the cases of Kenneth Chesbrough and former Trump campaign lawyer Sidney Powell.
A report from ABC News says Donald Trump's former chief of staff has immunity in the investigation into efforts to overturn the election. Mark Meadows has reportedly met with federal prosecutors multiple times. We don't know the exact nature of the deal, but usually they're a result of a defendant fully cooperating and testifying.
The head of the DNR here in the state is resigning. Adam Payne says he needs to spend more time with his family. His last day will be November 1st. He started back in January and has led the DNR through fights over PFAS and wolf hunting.
42 states are suing the parent company of Facebook and Instagram this morning. That includes Wisconsin. The lawsuit alleges Meta's social media sites hurt kids' mental health. It's the latest in multiple attempts to rein in big tech. The Actors Union is set to resume talks to end its strike this morning. SAG-AFTRA is looking for a new 3-year union contract. They've been looking for it since July 14th when the strike started. Members are asking for restrictions on the use of AI, and they're asking for higher wages.
Hurricane Otis has made landfall on Mexico's southern coast. Forecasters say it could be a nightmare scenario. It's currently a Category 5 storm. When it made landfall overnight, it was packing winds of 165 miles an hour.
Good morning, meteorologist Kelly Slifka. As we are watching some drizzle here in the Madison area, so light that's not being picked up on high-resolution radar, but it looks like a lot of that drizzle is lightening up northwest of the Dells there. Watching a broad area of rain out of parts of Greene County, Rock County, on the north side of Rock County, headed into southern Dane County toward Stoughton. Fulton seeing some of this rain. Evansville right now, the solid area of rain extends over to Greene County just north of Monroe. So some drizzle this morning, a patchy shower as we get into the mid-60s here at the noon hour. Should be topping out in the upper 60s. Can't rule out an isolated shower, but in general, we got the cloudy, gloomy weather this morning. I think it should improve later this morning into the afternoon. As we are looking at temperatures in the upper 60s today, solid area of rain tomorrow, some thunderstorms as well. Dropping temperatures Friday, a cold weekend with highs in the 40s Saturday and Sunday.
First time we've seen 30s during the day comes on Halloween, huh?
Yeah, that's why we have the alert day, because of really cold weather for the trick-or-treaters.
Ooh, all right, Kelly, thanks for that first warn.